Good evening, Muttonistas. It's been a while since I've brought you a football video, and yes, another unusual location for me to start the video at. I'm at Bangkok International Airport on my way to Doha, Qatar with Qatar Airways, and unfortunately for the FA Cup semi-final, which I'm going to bring you, I am taking guests around, so it limits my ability to film. So whilst I'll give you all the match action in London, I'm going to do a little bit of the food and drink here and on the plane in the first instance. So Muttonistas, join me for today's match day vlog of City against Forest in the FA Cup. So this is a bit of an extension of my China trip where I was attending conferences. So of course I get a business class ticket paid for, and of course before you board the plane you get some pretty nice lounges. This one's a bit average, the alcohol looked a bit boring, there'll be plenty of good stuff on the plane, but the food, of course being in Thailand, does look good. Two Thai classics here. I couldn't have picked better myself for something that's going to be popular. Chicken green curry, and the other is pad krapao mu, which is spicy minced pork with basil and chilli. They also have a halal section here for people who don't want to eat pork. Anyway, I'm going to give these a try before I board. And I know, yes, Muttonistas, I'm supposed to mix this with the rice, but for the convenience of the video, pretty good, pretty solid, pretty tasty, good consistency, quite creamy, although not that spicy, which is the way they have to do it given the mix of passengers here. Now, for that pork and basil, there was a way of spicing this up. Usually they have fish sauce and chilies. I think it's called nampla prik on the side. I didn't see it, but if you want to delve into the big serving tray, plenty of angry looking red chilies in there, of which I've availed myself of a few. Again, classic. The consistency of the cooking here in Thailand is incredible. It's usually always pretty good. Anyway, I'll get on with this till we go on board, and there will be some special treats there, I can guarantee you. We're on a Qatar A380, and that is their best aircraft. Tada, Muttonistas. This is what makes the difference on the A380s. Qatar have some great products on other aircraft, notably their Q suite. All their business class seating is great, lie flat beds, but this is what I like, as you could probably guess. The ground temperature in Bangkok was very hot, so the champagnes and the whites are still chilling a bit, so time for a slurp of red wine. I will take you through what else I have, just with some photos or some silent film footage, because I don't want to disturb everybody around me, but I can assure you this is the business. I've plumped for Bordeaux, a quick slurp. Yeah. This is a better bet at the moment, but I have ordered seafood for my dinner, so I'm going to have to go back to wine or champagne. As I said, I'll give you a few video clips about that, and the next time you'll see me for sure will be in London for the game at Wembley. Afternoon Muttonistas back in Britain. Different pub this time, the Heron, which is just off the Edgware Road. They have a Thai bistro, so it's like a gastro pub, and you can have your Thai food at the bar. And I've gone for a Hairy Bikers triple hopped bitter, which is actually quite a lovely drop. I'm not going to bring you the team news today because I'm in a bit of a rush and I have guests, as I said, but I do hope we play something similar to the lineup that we played at Villa. Forest, again, another counter-attacking team, even more so than Villa, so we have to watch that. I think a six-man midfield with a false nine would be just the ticket again. Probably means it won't be a great game, but it means we have that control that we don't always have when we have a striker. We mustn't give the ball away in bad positions because Forest are set up to spring those counter-attacks. We probably should have got a point at their place. A very bad error, I thought, from Edison being beaten at the near post, and we beat them comfortably 3-0 at home. So hopefully with those tactics and maybe Doku and or Savinho coming on as impact players later, we can get the result we need. My prediction is 2-1, so let's hope it all goes well today. We get to the final and come on City. See you at the stadium, Muttonistas. I got to Wembley a bit early, Muttonistas. I said I wasn't going to bring you team news, but I am going to give you a quick reaction to the City lineup. No De Bruyne, no Gundogan, and no, funnily enough, McAtee. They all had good games. We have Rico Lewis coming in. You know I always worry about him getting muscled off the ball. Maybe better if he plays in midfield and our man Nunes, who got the winner, actually stays where he is in the right back position. De Bruyne and Gundogan replaced by Grealish and Savinho, so quite aggressive actually. I hope we still have that midfield control that we had on Tuesday. Pep knows best, so let's hope he surprises Nuno, who's probably preparing for a completely different team, and we get it right today and get to the cup final. Come on, City. Just what we need against the counter-attacking Forest side. Okay, Muttonistas, half-time, City 1, Forest 0. Very early goal, and as is often the case in these situations, the game does die down a bit. City have had control of the game throughout, Forest just a few forays. A couple of dangerous ones which were actually offside, but nothing more than that, and City have defended quite well. As I predicted, the extra man in midfield would really give us a grip on the game, although I was surprised by the selection of the two wide players. The goal actually came down the middle of the pitch. Having said that, great work from Kovacic and a delicious finish from Rico Lewis. Is this game about to explode into action, or is it going to be a low-scoring affair? I think a low-scoring affair, although you never know. Sometimes it's the calm before the storm. but with Forest, very unlikely. And I read today that if you were to bet on under 3 goals for most FA Cup semi-finals, you'd be winning money. This is probably one of them that's true to form. Let's hope that's the case and we see this through. I think we ought to have had a second by now with the pressure. Let's get one in the second half, and then Forest, who haven't changed how they've played, really need to come out to play. Come on, City. Felt like it was easier to score than actually miss their huge cool handball, but not given. Well, 2-0 to City, corner floated over directly to Guardiola, who headed, so that made amends for the miss. There are people still coming into their seats, so I missed catching the goal. Sorry, nothing I can do about that. Have to be a bit careful here. That is what you get when you leave Forest a counter-attacking opportunity. Well, everybody around here, including me, wants Savinho off. So many bad decisions. 2 times he could have shot in a great position and he didn't. Could have been 3-0, and this game isn't actually over yet with 10 minutes to go. And while there's a lengthy injury break, I have to say, well, hasn't Ortega had a good game? I mean, he made a couple of big stops there. I would have thought maybe Kazanov should come on at the back just for added pace. Maybe that would unbalance a good back line as it is. And we have Doku and Foden on for Savinho and sorry, who's gone off? Marmoush. I'm not so sure why we took Marmoush off, but maybe Doku is kind of like for like. Okay, Muttonistas, pick the bones out of that. I've come to the Drayton Arms, which is near the Gloucester Road tube station, not far from Chelsea's ground. I'm on a Hobgoblin IPA, something I've had a lot in the past, but not for a while actually. And a decent drop that is as well. I am taking visitors around, so this is going to be really, really brief again. And I thought that was, on the whole, a good performance, except for those transitions which were criminal when we were 2-0 up. I thought Lewis had an excellent game, one of the best I've seen him have in a City shirt. Kovacic as well. No complaints about Nunes today. The fact that he went under the radar, all well and good. In fact, the only person I didn't feel was at the wheel properly was Savinho. A lot of bad decisions, didn't shoot when he should have done, and of course he did give the ball away in some bad positions. Anyway, Muttonistas, we move on to the final against Palace. Looking forward to that. I think I'll be bringing you that as well. And my next game will be Southampton away. I can't make the Wolves game. Let's hope that we secure a place in the top 5 and win the cup and salvage something out of what's been an iffy season. Credit, of course, to Ortega, who had a good game as well. I was a bit slow to mention that. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one, Muttonistas, but until then, please remember, keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing, but most of all, don't forget, you can't beat a bit of mutton.